So I can say I only have 4 minutes up here. They don't know I can do a whole lot in 4 minutes. Ask my wife. I can make love, take a shower, cut my hair, shave, still have a minute and 30 seconds. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and sit down on the job because that's what we do as black people. I can't believe O.J. Simpson died, boy. I ran into him in Florida one time. He was working at SWAT meet selling knives. I bought a knife from him, he pulled me to the side, he said, "Look, listen here, young brother, if that one don't do the trick, I know this one will." You know what I mean? He said, "That's my personal knife right there." And he comes with the glove. So recently I went to visit my 95-year-old grandmother. I hadn't seen her in 4 years. She had a sign on her door that said, "Watch your step," but I didn't pay it any attention. When she came to the door, I gave her a hug. I squeezed her so tight, she started kicking and screaming, "Get off me," with an attitude. So I backed up off and apologized to her. I said, "I'm sorry, Grandma. Did I squeeze you too tight?" She said, "No, you stupid motherfucker, you're stepping on my nipples." She said, "Do your dumb ass read the sign? You know I got these orangutan titties." So since I retired from the military, I noticed they changed their rules and regulations. Because now I'm starting to see a lot of overweight soldiers and soldiers wearing full beards and goatees. When I was in the military, we could wear beards and goatees. Now everybody's wearing them. I ran into a person the other day that had a nice goatee. He had the handlebar mustache that curled over on the end and everything. I asked him, I said, "How you get your goatee to look like that?" She said, so last summer I had a pool party at my house. After everybody got through swimming, everybody left except my brother-in-law. He's a retired Navy guy. They don't speak the same lingo as those Army guys. We use a lot of acronyms. Well, I like messing with him just to piss him off. I remember he got out the shower, he yelled out to me, he said, "Yo, brother-in-law, you got any lotion?" I said, "No, I got some DSG, look in the medicine cabinet." He was in there about 5 minutes looking around. He said, "I don't see it." I said, "Look on the top shelf in the back left-hand corner." He said, "All I see is Vaseline." I said, "That's it." He got pissed. He said, "Why you didn't just call it Vaseline? Why you have to call it DSG?" I said, "Because it's dick spanking grease." So my niece came over to the house the other day, unannounced. She just popped up, right? And my wife and I was at home chilling watching Netflix. My wife still had on her pajamas. I had on old t-shirts, some gym shorts, and a pair of Harley Davidson sneakers I purchased online off of Temu. Y'all know that's that knockoff stuff come from China, right? Evidently the sneakers I had on look like the ones that Kanye West came out with called Yeezys. Y'all heard of those? They're expensive, aren't they? See, I didn't know that until my niece asked me. She said, "Uncle Hurley, are those Yeezys you wearing?" She was dead serious too. I said, "Well, it just depends on how much they cost." She said, "They're only $600. I said, $600? Hell no, these are Yeezys. These Negro pleases for $35.95. My cousin, she upset with me. She got upset with me because all of us were getting ready to go out to dinner. It was me, my wife, my cousin, and her fiance. And my cousin was in her room getting dressed. All of a sudden, I heard her yell out, "Yo, cuz, can I holler at you for a minute?" I went to her room. I said, "What's up?" She said, "I need for you to be honest with me, okay?" I said, "Come on now. That's the only way I know how to be. Integrity is my middle name." She said, "Okay." Then she asked me a famous female question. Y'all know the one that all females ask men? She said, "Does this dress make me look big?" I said, "No, not at all. As a matter of fact, you make it look small." Have you seen her So a couple of months ago, a really good friend of mine from Compton, California came to visit me, right? Real cool white dude. He's so cool, black people gave him a nickname. We nicknamed him Al, short for albino. He reminded me of that comedian Gary Owens though because he loves sister girls. That's all he talked about. When he came to visit, we hung out at the mall. Al tried to talk to every sister he seen. Later on, he wanted to go to Foot Locker to try to find a pair of Air Force Ones to match the LeBron James jersey. So we went to Foot Locker, and this beautiful sister named Felicia was working there. She was dropping a gorgeous boy. Al jumped right on her. He had her smiling and giggling and everything. For a minute, I thought he was going to get lucky. Then all of a sudden, Felicia dropped a bombshell on him. She said, I can't date you. He said, why not? She said, because I'm looking for a man with 9 inches of rock-hard pleasure between his legs. And I'm not going to settle for anything else. I know exactly what I need. And I said, 9 inches, huh? She said, yep, 9 inches and nothing less. And I looked her up and down and said, Felicia, you fine as hell. But I'm not cutting 2 inches off with nobody. Hey, that's my time, y'all. My name is Roy King on the Sunday Morning.